The Bajaj Dominar 400, in my opinion, has been one of the most underrated motorcycles to go on sale in recent times. It has good highway manners, packs a punchy motor and offers better value than most other motorcycles in its class. At the time of its debut in 2016, it nailed the value for money proposition with a 1.5 lakh price bracket for the dual channel ABS version. With rising input costs, an update in 2019 and now the switch to BS6, it is priced at close to the 2 lakh mark. Although it still is as much of a value proposition as it was before, the increased price has given Bajaj the opportunity to expand the Dominar lineup, and that is where the Dominar 250 comes in. At around 1.6 lakh rupees, it makes the Dominar family a little more accessible. Does it flaunt the same qualities of its larger sibling? Well, there's only one way to find out. Like a lot of other motorcycles on sale today, the Dominar 250 also follows the family design language. However, there are elements that set it apart. Like the alloy wheels, although the same design, aren't diamond cut on the 250. A keener eye will notice the slimmer front USD forks, marginally smaller front disc and the box type swing arm. And then of course there is the badging. Aside from these few bits, the overall silhouette of the quarter-liter offering is identical to the larger 400. And frankly, that's not a bad thing at all. The Dominar's biggest asset is its unique stance, which, even after all these years, makes it stand out from the crowd. In terms of dimensions too, the Dominar 250 is a carbon copy of the 400. From the overall length to the wheelbase and ground clearance, everything is the same. The Dominar 250 too has the same upright stance that finds a golden mean of comfort and sportiness. Foot pegs are marginally rear set and not too far back to cramp you for room. The seat is wide, long and comfortable for the rider as well as the pillion. Overall, the Dominar 250 feels quite homely, and that's a great thing. Before I get into how the motorcycle rides, let's get the specs out of the way first. The Dominar 250 is based on the KTM 250 Duke and makes 26.6 bhp and 23.5 Nm. To give you a comparison, that is 3 bhp and half an Nm less than what the 250 Duke and the Husqvarna 250s make. Since the BS6 Yamaha FZ25 is still not on sale, the only other direct competitor is the Gixxer 250. Now this one makes half a bhp and 1.3 Nm more than the Gixxer 250. The meat of its power band is focused in its mid-range, and that is where the Dominar 250 shines. Keep it around the 5 to 7000 RPM mark and you can make quick progress, if not blistering. There's decent enough low-end grunt as well. You can maintain speeds of as low as 25 kph in third and 35 kph in fourth. All of this makes it absolutely pleasant and comfortable to ride in the city. Out on the highway, you can comfortably cruise at speeds of about 100-110 kph, beyond which the progress is slow and you start to feel some vibrations too. In fact, the engine doesn't quite feel as refined as the Suzuki Gixxer 250. The Dominar 250's 6-speed transmission worked well during our ride. The shifts are quite precise and we didn't experience any false neutrals like some other Bajaj gearboxes of the year. Despite being one of the most affordable offerings in the 250cc space, Bajaj has made no compromises in terms of hardware. Up front, the Dominar 250 sits on 37mm upside-down forks which are unique to this model. The 250 Duke as well as the Husqvarna sit on 43mm USDs. At the back, the monoshock has been carried forward from the larger Dominar 400. The setup manages to even out undulations on the road quite well, but you may want to take it easy on larger potholes. The Dominar 250 doesn't quite set new benchmarks in the handling department, and a lot of it is thanks to the 180 kg weight. Although mid-corner bumps don't quite unsettle the bike, the Dominar isn't a motorcycle that tips into a corner at the drop of a hat. That being said, for those who don't mind the labor, it can be quite a fun ride. You may want to trade the MRFs it comes short with for something grippier, especially on wet road surfaces. Braking performance is impressive and the ABS isn't too intrusive either. Since its debut, the Dominar name has always stood for value and performance, and this baby Dominar is no different. Is it the motorcycle to buy in the 250cc space then? Well, yes And no, the Dominar 250 is par for the course in terms of comfort and tractability. While those upgrading from a 150cc offering will appreciate the easygoing nature of the motorcycle, those hungry for performance and outright handling will be left wanting for more. However, if it is value you seek, it hardly gets better than the Dominar 250. It packs better hardware and more features than most of its competitors, and priced at 1.6 lakh, it is quite a bargain. But if you find yourself at the Bajaj dealership ready to write that check, don't be surprised if you find yourself swaying towards the larger Dominar 400. After all, it offers better power to penny ratio at an affordable price differential.